Hello and welcome to this very special episode of Gaming Out Loud. I'm your host, Laguna. I'm an extremely passionate gamer. Video games have been a pastime since I was 5. I had one of the most beautiful childhoods any kid could ever ask for, and a lot of it surrounded video games. My passion for gaming is locked in for life. I even collect games now. That said, I spent a lot of time playing games. And it turns out I had underestimated just how hard it would be to make time to do anything outside of being a parent. So this really applies to anyone that enjoys any hobby regularly. So consider this episode a warning to all of you that are considering to have kids at any point in your life. I'm going to be very open and honest with you about my experience because I believe every person that is deciding whether or not to have kids deserves to know the unfiltered and unbiased truth, as this is, in my opinion, the most important decision you'll ever make your entire life. Before having kids, I played about 5 hours of video games daily. When my first son was born, this actually didn't change much. Infants do a lot of sleeping, but feeding them every 3 hours throughout the night was brutal. But because they slept so much, I was able to nap often. Hopefully your baby starts sleeping overnight early on, but it's really a coin toss. My first slept overnight after only 3 months, but my second baby didn't sleep overnight for a full year. Yeah, that sucked. It wasn't until my son started to crawl about 7 months in that things truly changed. They require a lot of attention, and they desire to explore every moment they are awake. All of a sudden, my 5 hours of gaming turned into 1 to 2 hours at best. It was at this time that my wife and I agreed to take turns watching the kids so that we could continue to enjoy our hobbies and develop our careers. That helped me get in about 2 to 3 hours of gaming every day. As the kids got older, the attention changes from making sure they don't hurt themselves to playing with them whatever they want. I love my kids to death. That bond between a parent and child is real, and you too will be willing to die for your kid. But I don't care what anyone else tells you. Kicking around a ball with a toddler or playing toys or chasing them around gets old very quick. I'm trying to get them to love the same things I do, so naturally I'm currently training my son to play video games, and he's getting a lot better, but not to the point where he's a challenge or much help in co-op games, so I still prefer to play games on my own. I have 2 boys. My oldest is 4 years old and my youngest just turned 2. To this day, my wife and I still take turns, and it has helped tremendously to have that balance of personal time and time with the kids. But even still, I long for more time. And because of that, it has been a struggle to adapt to having so little free time. My parents are my best babysitters and our best means of getting a break to be with my wife or just do my own thing. So are kids worth it? How do you know if you should have kids? I think the answer is this. Don't fix it if it ain't broken. Don't change your life so drastically if things are good. I think it's socially harder to not have kids than it is to have kids. Don't have kids thinking that they will improve your life. In fact, having kids is a very selfless act. You have kids for them, not for you. That is the mindset you should go into with having kids. There is no doubt that there are moments that will make you feel so proud to be a parent. And they are ever so cute when they are young, but it's mostly very hard work during the early stages of life. The people that enjoy those early stages tend to be the people that don't have any conflicts of interest. Kids are their pastime. But for people like me that enjoy spending a lot of time doing other things, will find themselves struggling to find energy and time to do what you enjoy. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It's not like when your child is born that all of a sudden all the things you love to do no longer matter to you. They still will. I miss being with my wife alone. I miss seeing my friends as often. I miss going to the movies. I miss sleeping in. I miss eating in peace. I miss having all that free time to do whatever I wanted. So here's the question of the hour. Do I, the passionate gamer, regret having kids? You would think after everything I just told you that my answer would be yes. There is no doubt in my mind that my life was much easier before having kids, and there were moments I humored the idea of what if I hadn't had kids and still had that abundance of free time. But it's when I imagine my life without seeing my 2 boys that I realize how much I have fallen in love with them. I wouldn't trade them for the world. So no, I don't regret having kids. But either way, trying to answer that question now is judging my experience prematurely. I told you that my oldest is only 4, so I have a long ways to go with many changes along the way. I'm still in the middle of the physically exhausting stage, when they require the most attention. If you ask me the same question 5, 10 years from now, I won't be changing diapers anymore. I'll be sleeping in on weekends. The kids will be going to school for 8 hours, 5 days a week. They'll be able to eat on their own, etc. I could totally see myself enjoying their company as young adults that enjoy similar games, movies, and conversations, but I'm just not there yet, so it's too early to say. But if I had to place my bets and seeing how my 4-year-old is growing up, it's getting easier and he's becoming more fun to be around with time. I think kids may be just a lot of work on the front end that pays off dividends emotionally later. But on the flip side, I'm sure I would have been happy just being my wife and I, had we decided not to have kids. I'll let you know if 10 years from now my kids actually made my life better than it was without them. That concludes this episode. I hope you found this informative at the very least. Please don't forget to like my video and subscribe. I'll see you again Monday, August 18, when I release the next episode. In the meantime, here are 2 other episodes I made. Enjoy.